Welcome to battle number 4 of week number 6 of the FnF Victory Road Draft League. This is Noel from Mystical Chain commentating the battle between Appletun Allegiance, which is Colin, who's the B team on Pokemon Showdown, and Downtown Darmanitan, which is Tiller, 4th Act on Pokemon Showdown. This battle is going to feature Mega Lopunny and not Mega Sharpedo, so we'll see Mega Lopunny on the stage of Appletun Allegiance. And the Z Pokemon we have are Ninetales Alola, who could use any Z move, and Talonflame not here. And then on the other side, we have Raichu Alola, who could use attacking Z moves. Golisopod is not appearing. So, my initial thoughts here, we have Tapu Koko and Raichu Alola on Tiller's team. And both of them can form really good synergy to really threaten Manaphy in particular. I think that Raichu Alola is definitely going to be something to watch out for. And I think there's, like usual, that strong offensive presence that Tiller likes to bring to his battles. Doesn't like to make those battles long, likes to make them last very short. Just big sweepers, boosters. Buzzwole will also be another one to watch out for. I think that Buzzwole can really take some damage and bring things down with its massive attack and defense stats. Pretty bulky. On Colin's side, we have Mega Lopunny as usual. We have Rotom Wash, the newcomer to the team, who did very well last week. Camerupt, I think, is actually going to be a sleeper pick in this matchup, resisting both electric types and being able to threaten both Bisharp and Buzzwole, so watch out for Camerupt. Those two ground types are going to want to deal with Camerupt, but Ninetales Alola will be able to handle them with ease. And Manaphy is going to have some a hard time setting up, probably due to the fact that Tapu Koko and both Raichu are here. Electric terrain will allow Raichu to be very fast if it stays up. So Manaphy is going to have a tough time, but I think this is going to be a time for maybe Camerupt and maybe even Decidueye to shine. So without further ado, I think we can start. This is the Pokemon World Tour from Black and White 2 Finals music here, and this is going to be a really tough match. I think Colin and Tiller actually fought before on the preseason draft league, and Colin came pretty close actually to beating Tiller. So it's going to be an interesting match for sure. In comes Decidueye, taking in that switch from Zygarde. Tapu Koko Blackbird comes out, and Roost is going to allow Decidueye to go back to full HP. What does Blackbird have up its sleeve? I didn't expect Tapu Koko to be the switch into Decidueye. Really interesting choice, because its electric moves, boosted by electric terrain even, won't do that much to a Decidueye. So I'm really wondering what it's got up its sleeve. The big question of the day is, does Tapu Koko get Brave Bird? Okay, and U-turn is going to allow Tapu Koko to switch out into Bat Demon, the Gliscor. Gliscor taking a big Leaf Storm, bringing Bat Demon down to 7%. Bat Demon is going to be Toxic, which allows it to heal. But Bug Massive comes out, taking a second Leaf Storm, which does not that much damage. Decidueye now has its special attack lowered by 2 stages. In comes Manaphy, taking an Ice Punch very comfortably. Manaphy is going to have to be careful. That Leech Life did some pretty big damage. And electric type switch-in could also be a possibility, although I'm not sure if they're going to want to take a Dazzling Gleam. And Buzzwole's comfortably recovering. In comes Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko taking that Scald, which does about 41%. Camerupt's going to be the switch-in, taking that Volt Switch and blocking it. Tapu Koko does have Life Orb, so that Life Orb is going to allow Tapu Koko to switch different moves if it chooses to. It might go for the U-turn now instead. Camerupt does have a lot of options. It can set up a Stealth Rock if it wants to. It could go for the Earth Power to straight up KO. Or maybe even go for a Flamethrower, which will hit anything pretty hard at this point. This is a pretty intense moment. Perhaps Tapu Koko will have Hidden Power Water. No, it goes for the U-turn. Brings it down a little bit, and in comes Buzzwole, taking a Flamethrower, which deals massive damage, 55%. Good call out on that switch. Rotom Wash comes in, taking a Drain Punch, which does about 37%. Electric Terrain will actually boost. Oh, it didn't need the Electric Terrain. Hydro Pump takes down Buzzwole. In comes Zygarde, 10%. This Zygarde is very threatening with 1,000 arrows. And Zygarde is traditionally choiced, so let's see what it uses. Goes for the Outrage, one-hit KOing Mega Lopunny, and in comes Ninetales Alola to take that revenge on Zygarde. It can't move outside of Outrage. And Freeze Dry is going to one-hit KO that Zygarde. Down goes Zygarde. In comes Tapu Koko. Both Hail and Electric Terrain are up. Tapu Koko could potentially do some pretty big damage here. Thunderbolt will hit hard. But will he predict the switch into Camerupt? Right now, Camerupt is actually pretty comfortable because it could switch in pretty easily and take on the rest of the team, pretty much. Gliscor is at very low health, and it's going to have to be careful if it wants to come in versus Camerupt. Still anyone's game. Tiller known to hit really hard. 5-4 score, but those hard hitters. And Mega Lopunny is also down, which is not the best news for Colin. In comes Rotom Wash to take a Thunderbolt, which takes down Rotom Wash and brings Tapu Koko to 30%, 24 with the hail damage. In comes Camerupt. Camerupt taking that Dazzling Gleam, not doing too much damage. Flamethrower is going to take down Tapu Koko. Electric Terrain is only up for a maximum of 6 more turns. Bat Demon comes out. An Earthquake can take it down. Can take Camerupt down. So Camerupt's going to have to be very careful here. In comes Decidueye. Stealth Rock is up. This is actually the first time we see Tiller use Stealth Rock in the entire league. Okay, and a Roost allows Bat Demon to recover HP, but Leaf Storm's going to take down Bat Demon. 2 more Pokemon left on Tiller's team, 4 more on Colin's team. Electric Terrain is up for 1 or 4 more turns, depending on if Terrain... Actually, it's only 1 more turn, because we saw that Tapu Koko had a Life Orb attached. Bisharp might be a good switch in here. If it could pull off a Swords Dance. Yeah, here's Bisharp. If it pulls off a Swords Dance, it could go for Sucker Punches. Leaf Storm's going to bring Bisharp down to about 71%. Knockoff taking down Decidueye. And Bisharp has Life Orb attached. In comes Manaphy. Sucker Punch is the move that was used, but oh, the Acid Armor prevents Sucker Punch from working. Knockoff goes for those leftovers. Manaphy goes for the Scalds, taking down Bisharp to 6%, but the burn is going to take Bisharp down. In comes Raichu Alola, Rat Demon. We got Rat Demon and Bat Demon. Okay, and Psychic takes down Manaphy. In comes Ninetales Lola. And a Z move. Stoked Spark Surfer takes down Ninetales Alola. It's the final matchup between the Rat Demon and Camerupt. Psychic brings Camerupt down to 7%. Earth Power brings Rat Demon down. And that is a game for Colin. Really close. Wow, and the Hail could have even taken down Camerupt after that. That was intense. Such a close game between these two competitors. Really strong match, and wow, edge of my seat. And as predicted, this was a pretty fast match, very explosive match, and Camerupt was that MVP, I think, on Colin's team, having that really great type matchup. I think this is actually a really symbolic win for Colin. I think that pivotal moment of Manaphy using Acid Armor instead of Scald really saved it from being KO'd, and that could have actually been the game. And interestingly enough, in the last league, Sucker Punch and Bisharp with Swords Dance Excadrill was Colin's kind of situation, and that was his big moment to kind of break through, and he almost did it, but he didn't. And this time he actually beat the Sucker Punch and was able to break through. Really intense, really impressive game between both sides. Such an exciting match going into the league. I'm sure we're going to see some more exciting matches like this moving forward. Really well played. 1-0 victory for Colin, Appletun Allegiance over Downtown Darmanitan, which is Tiller. And tune in for some games of Week 6 of the FnF Victory Road Draft League later on, and I'll see you then.